I am an entrepreneur, video editor, and an author, but I want to explain the getup and put it in context. I do not play roller derby. I am an aggressive quad skater, and that basically means that I do at skate parks what skateboarders do. I just do it on old-fashioned roller skates. Now, they are the same roller skates that you used to wear when you were invited to your friend's birthday party in middle school. I just kept skating on them. I started when I was a kid. My parents skated, and so it's something I'm really comfortable doing, but I'm comfortable in a flat rink. This whole idea of skating in a park is a completely new experience. I got into this last year when a buddy of mine called me up and said, "Rachel, I want a skating buddy. Can you please come to the park with me?" He said it just like that. And then he proceeded to go out and buy me skates and my gear, and so I kind of had to go. And so he took me to the park, and the first time we were there, I was completely terrified. Because at a park, unlike a flat roller skating rink, there are obstacles everywhere. There are rails, and there are stairs, and there are ramps and boxes and things sticking in and out of the ground, and somehow you're supposed to skate on all these things, and between doing that and not falling over and getting hurt, you're supposed to have fun. And the biggest obstacle and the most scariest of them all in the park are the bowls. And they're exactly like what you are thinking in your head. It's as if somebody stuck a giant mixing bowl into the ground. On the top part, there is the deck. There's this metal bar that goes around the outside called coping, and then there's the transition of the bowl. And when you're standing on the edge of a bowl, they're terrifying. Bowls can range anywhere from a foot deep to 20 feet deep. And when you're standing over them in sneakers, you know, let's say it's a 6-foot bowl, and you're looking over it, and you're in sneakers, remember, they're not going to go anywhere. You instinctually know that if you fall down, you're going to get hurt, so you back away. Now, when you're on skates that do this, and you're standing on the edge of that bowl, and the point is to jump from the deck over the coping and skate down that transition on 8 wheels that won't stay put on flat ground. Heck no, I'm not doing that. No way, it's suicide, absolute insanity, not happening. Matter of fact, the first time I went to D Park, that's the downtown Denver skate park right behind the ball field, I went into this tiny little bowl, but I went in all wrong. I completely went pot over tea kettle and whacked the back of my head. Thankfully, I had my helmet on, but I had a headache for a week. I nearly quit, but again, my buddy had bought me my skate gear, so I couldn't bail on him, so I kept skating. And then this thing started happening. The more I skated, the more I got comfortable. The weird, funky surfaces weren't weird anymore. It was easy just to keep a stance and stay low and remember what to do. And suddenly the things that used to terrify me didn't terrify me. Matter of fact, they were actually kind of boring and easy. Now, I don't yet skate in a 20-foot bowl. They still terrify me, but I can drop into a 6-foot one. I can drop in and I can carve it, and it feels amazing. It is absolutely magical to carve a bowl. Like, not lying, I get the biggest stoke out of it. It's so cool. But I would not have found that magic if I didn't have the courage to fail and to try anyway. So let me put all of this gear and all this skating into context. It's like that diagram that we see on social media. You know, there's a dot that says you're here, and then there's a circle around you that says your comfort zone, and then way over here, there's this spot that says where the magic happens. I wouldn't have found the magic of carving a bowl if I didn't have the courage to face my fear, and then discover that the magic happens precisely where the obstacles are. And this is the biggest lesson that I have learned at a skate park. Obstacles aren't meant to be avoided. They are the things that challenge us and encourage us to get out there. They are the things that push us to where the magic happens. And this, by far and away, has been my biggest lesson that I've learned in a skate park. And it's a lesson that applies not just at the park, but also in the context of my personal life and my creative life. This lesson gives me the courage to build a creative business. It's what gave me the courage to pitch a 5-figure project to a client a couple weeks ago. I was able to write a book because I know that the magic happens when I get into that uncomfortable zone and when I push myself to attempt an obstacle. There are no obstacles in our comfort zones, but they are precisely what we need in order to grow and to find the magic. And it's like this in all of our personal and creative lives, right? There are all things that we have that make us feel absolutely inadequate or unprepared or over our heads. Obstacles have this tendency to make us completely and acutely aware of just how much we have absolutely no clue what we're doing. But obstacles are where the magic happens. And when we pursue them, that's when we're going to get there. Obstacles are not impossibilities. They are invitations to courage and magic, no matter what context you find them in. Thank you.